You know what? I couldn't find a nice shirt, and I wanted to dress up, a little bit, make myself look a little more presentable, but I couldn't find a nice, clean shirt, so I just thought I'd just put on a nice tie anyway. That helped make myself look more presentable. You know. Yeah, you know what I look like, right? That's not very logical, is it? You gotta have a shirt and a tie to look presentable. So I'd rather be just who I am. I'm a bum. I'd rather look like a bum artist, a bohemian as I am. Okay. Anyway, I want to say something. I recently went on What's Your Name's page, Stevie Ryan, and I subscribed to her. I subscribed to her because her videos were very funny, and it was mainly about her. I wasn't really hip on a little local thing, and I just want to say I like her. I subscribed to her. I saw her on VH1. She's one of them Hollywood people, and so great for her. But the other day she made a video on Christianity, on homosexuals, and how Christians should be. Now, I really think that you need to know how a Christian should be in order to tell somebody how a Christian should be. I don't ever tell anybody how to be gay. I'm not gay, or homosexual. So I can't tell you how to be. But by the same token, you can't tell me how to be a Christian if you don't go to church, and especially if you don't read the Bible. Okay, so there's a lot of people who out there telling people what Christians should be, or how Jesus should be, or what Jesus does or didn't say, or what that, and then don't know nothing about the Bible. Okay, there's a word for that. Okay, there's a word for that. I won't use it, but in order to tell somebody about Jesus, you should at least know him. Let's just say it's a false teaching. Okay, so what I'm saying is be careful about people who are teaching you false teachings. Matter of fact, another woman who is in Hollywood, who is on YouTube, and who is gay or homosexual. I don't really consider it gay. I think that, I look at gay as the terms as when somebody is gay, they're gleeful. I'm gleeful. Okay, I'm generally a gleeful person. Gay people aren't necessarily happy or gleeful. And a lot of them are very bitter and very mean and very violent. Okay, so and slanderers, and so anyway, back to this person who she talking about, she was like slandering men, and was very, very bad. Now, I happen to talk to the person. I don't usually get into YouTube drama, but I want to say this about it. My only one concern, and I always have love for her. I don't care what she said. She said I need to be tossed in with the lions, but and she's also said I shouldn't go there, but she talked about how much she hate men. I put it on my page because I don't want to talk about her. I just let you see it for yourself. Okay, but I still have love for her, and they're both very beautiful women. Okay, but and that's a fact. Okay, but the fact about it is, my concern for her is that she said that she's not into religion, she's not into Catholics, and they need to do this to Catholics, and she would abort babies and stuff like that if they were male, and so she has this killer instinct, right? But the thing about it is, and really, I'm not trying to wish any harm, but the one thing that caught my ear, and the only reason why I mention her, is because of this false teaching that she said Wicca and that, you know, all the other religions is okay, is bad except for this one. Look up Wicca. It is Wicca, and that's Wiccan, and so Wicca is witchcraft. Okay, and so my thing about that is anybody who talks about will do anything to get money, they will agree to do anything to get money. Anything. They don't care about nothing, whether it's right or wrong, you know, false teaching, false prophecies, whatever. You know, and so this, you know, to promote that, that's what I have a problem with. Okay, so these people or these women who are doing anything and will say anything to get money, you know, for their career and for Hollywood, trying to tell people what various religions is about, and they don't know nothing about it, and so they make these assumptions. And so, to the point is that the one person said, well, Stevie said that, and again, I don't have anything against her, you know, or the other girl either. You know, like I said, they're beautiful women, and beyond that, they're people, you know, and so, you know, I care about how they feel, you know. So I want to say this with all tenderness, and is that they say that, oh, Jesus didn't judge anybody. That's not true. Okay, he didn't execute his judging, but he judged everybody. When the woman, the whore, came up to him, and these Pharisees dragged her in front of him, and they said, Lord, this woman sinned. You know, by the law, we should stone her to death. What say you? Jesus, you know, they were judging her, okay? And then Jesus said, the thing is, judge not unless you be judged. Jesus sat down on the ground and wrote their sins down in the ground. Okay? He didn't have to judge them. He just wrote their sins down. That judged them. He said, judge not unless you be judged by your own sins. You know, by your own words. So, you know, so really, it's not the problem ain't really judging. And then he said to the woman, well, and so he didn't say you're a sinner. He knew all that. The thing he said was, sin no more. Meaning you are sinning, but sin no more. There's a man that was sitting by the well 30-something years. He couldn't never walk to the get to the well. And Jesus said to him, what did you want? He said, I want a blessing. He says, okay, I'm going to bless you. Okay. He blessed the man. He's healed. You're whole. He said, but now sin no more. Okay. He said, lest a worse sin come upon you. You know, because basically when demons come, they come and they bring their friends with them. They come back the second time. You know, so that's the point. You know, in every situation, I remember Jesus taking up a belt. And matter of fact, he did. I wouldn't say he executed judgment, but he took off his belt and whipped those money changers. You know. I mean, the money changers are liking the bankers. You know, people that are asking for a bailout. You know, and then will turn and run a foreclosure on somebody else. Okay, so they getting pardoned for their sins or their mistakes, and then they'll turn around and then will foreclose the other people's properties. Okay, there's a whole parable on that about a king that let one servant go, and then he turned around and then found somebody who owed him some money, and then tried to show the king grabbed him and tossed him in jail. Okay, there is judgment. There's judgment through the whole thing. But the difference is, there was two thieves on the cross. The difference is that one thief said, you know, when they was taunting God and Jesus was on the cross, one thief said, save yourself. Why? You did all these wonderful things, you know, mocking him. You know, how come you can't save yourself? How come you can't save us? How come you can't fix our problem? You know, if you're God, you so holy, you know, why can't you save us? You know, I thought you was all that. The one thief next to him said to the other guy, reached over to Jesus and said, reached over across Jesus over to the other guy and said, shut up. Shut up. We're thieves because we know we're thieves. We're getting our just judgment. This guy judged himself. The only difference between a Christian and these other homosexuals or the bigotry supposedly is that they can admit they wrong. This man said, this other thief on the other side said, he ain't do nothing wrong. We getting our just deserve. So it's all right. It says, judge not unless you be judged. Then judge yourself. Judge yourself. You know? So when a person admits they're wrong, then they judge themselves. They don't have to be judged. You know? The woman knows she was a whore. You know? The difference is I can say that I'm a sinner. I know I got some problems. That's between me and God. You know? But, you know, when you say homosexuality is not a sin, that's where I have a problem. I don't have a problem with you as a person or what you do. I have a problem with telling the truth. You know, if it says all these other people are homosexuals, a thief is a thief, a liar is a liar, an adulterer is an adulterer, a fornicator is a fornicator, and I'm a fornicator, and I say, hey, I'm a fornicator. You know, don't make any special laws for my fornication. You know, I admit it. But when you can't admit it, that's when you want to drag everybody else in it. And you say it doesn't affect anybody. When my government says to me that, you know, this is the right thing to do, then I have a problem with my government. You say it don't affect me. You know, when you say that my mother was no different from two men doing each other in the butt, that there's no difference between that, then I have a problem. That's what you're saying. I have a problem with the truth. The only difference between a sinner and one that just admits the truth. You know, so I'm not trying to bash you or anything like that. You know, if the government had said, look, we're not a moral nation, you know, that's why we're just doing it to make them happy. That's the truth. You know, but admit that you're wrong. That's the only problem I have with it. You know, just don't come lying in my face and telling me that it's all right. You know, if you say, yeah, you can get married, but it's a goddamn lie. You know, that's fine. You know, we know it's a damn lie. We know it's not the truth. We know it's immoral. You know, that's the truth. You know, I don't care what anybody does. You know, but don't tell me, don't insult me or insult my intelligence. God bless you all.